The most influential women's conference, November 5th, Dallas, Texas, featuring social media influencer Luscious Barbie, award-winning entrepreneur Nikki Joyner, fitness instructor Coach Shay Fleming, all the way from Lafayette, Louisiana, Sonia Antoine, from Houston, Texas, Candace Joseph, educator and youth counselor LD Woods, and founder of Women with Purpose Tour, Sabrena Foods, with special guest speakers from the anticipated book, The Reset Journey from Surviving to Thriving, hosted by Corey Harrison from K All Day, and a special empowerment brunch hosted by Abriana Terrell and Anthony Smith. Get your tickets at womenwithpurposetour.com. And welcome to Hidden Images podcast, powered by the all new Hidden Images Radio Network. I'm your podcast host, Sabrena with an E, and we have a special podcast today. Today, y'all already know what we're talking about, Women with Purpose Tour. Y'all saw that intro, y'all saw that commercial. We're talking all things Women with Purpose Tour, Dallas, Texas. And we have one of the vendors that's going to be present this Sunday here in downtown Dallas. Again, 1910 Pacific Avenue, downtown Dallas. If you don't have that address, y'all need to head over to the Women with Purpose Tour page because all the information is there. And head over to our website, womenwithpurposetour.com, and get your tickets today. So I want to introduce Miss Angel Theodore, the founder and CEO of Soul Image 365 Consulting, which is a consulting firm for women and young girls. And so, Angel, I really want to thank you for taking the time out to jump on the podcast today so we can highlight your brand and talk more about you and how you're going to contribute to this Sunday's Women with Purpose tour. Go ahead and
Yes,
introduce yourself.
thank you so much, Sabrina. Hi,
You're
everyone. My
welcome.
name's
Thank
Angel
you.
Theodore, and it's like awesome to meet you too. Like I've just been talking to Sabrina virtually this whole time, but like to actually physically talk to her, exchange voices is very nice. But anyways, my name's Angel Theodore, and I'm the founder of Soul Image 365 Coaching, and my mission and goal is to help women and girls just learn how to feel comfortable in their own skin
Yeah.
because society is throwing so much at us, like what to wear. Now we have AI filters and all these different things that makes a lot of women and girls insecure. So my goal is to teach them how to feel confident and learn to walk in freedom. And we'll be doing some of those activities on Saturday or Sunday too. So definitely stop by my table.
I love that. I love that. I love people who understand how to take their brand and make it interactive. I love an interactive brand because that is for me that's what gets me. If you can show me how
Mhm.
your product works, give me a demonstration on something, not just sell it to me, but I want to see it in action, you know? So I'm looking forward to seeing
Definitely.
that myself.
Yeah, it's going to be
So,
good.
how long have you been in business? When did you start your business, and what motivated you to start your business?
Definitely. Well, officially since July, but I've always kind of helped clients on and off here for like the past 2 years, I would say. But like this year, I think I was just put in the right space, and God's like, hey, start taking this seriously. So I got my business license, and He's just been putting me in like the same rooms with women who have the same goals and passion. So that's how it's starting to kick off, and I'm very excited about it. What was the second part of your question?
What motivated you to start it?
Oh, yes, yes. So I grew up with really low self-esteem as a result of the media. And I also grew up in a neighborhood where I was the only girl who looked like me. So it's like, okay, why don't I have blonde hair or straight hair or
Mm,
this? And I really started to just internalize that. Well, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe like, I should start looking like these other girls. And that was in elementary school. That was around like
yeah.
age 6 or 7. But even then I was kind of like, maybe there's something different. And the Lord kind of took me on this journey of his creativity. Like there's no one size standard for beauty. There's no cookie
Mhm.
cutter, but like
Absolutely.
some of your features, maybe some of the things you're not secure about, God thinks are your greatest features. So I want women to learn how to do that and enhance those parts of their like their body, their smile, maybe something they're not secure about. And then I want them to learn how to love those parts of them.
Absolutely. And I think that's so important for us to demonstrate self-love,
Mhm.
self-awareness, self-care. I am on a journey right now of it might sound bad, but a selfish journey, and not in a bad way. But it's
Yeah.
time for me to take time for self, because I've taken so much time and given to other people and poured into others. Now it's time for me to focus on me. And so I think that is so important what you're doing. And it just speaks to the type of women that I'm trying to connect with within the tour, as far as vendors,
Yeah.
speakers, even guests that come in. That's what we're there for. That's what the tour is about: empowering women and young girls one day at a time, one city at a time. And your brand just embodies exactly what we represent in the tour. So you make a great addition to our vendor network. I
Oh,
love that.
thank you.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah,
And
and
so I know we were talking a little bit right before, and you said you're a dog mom,
I am. So
and
I
I
have
love that.
Yes, I have 2 American bullies, and, like, I can show you a picture. I don't know how well it's gonna show on camera, but one of them is named Tiny Dancer, and the other one is named Shrek. You'll get it
I love
when
it.
you see them.
I
My
love
husband
it.
and I were also talking about spray painting him green for Halloween tomorrow, but I don't think that's gonna pan out. Oh, yeah, it looks a little bit so
Oh,
Shrek is the
yes.
white one. He almost looks like a Dalmatian, and Tiny Dancer
That
is
is
the
a
one
cute
laying down.
picture. Did you take that with
Yeah,
your phone?
I did. Yeah, and they actually
That's a good
stood still
picture.
for it. Thank you. Shout out to Samsung. Android cameras are great. So,
Right.
yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really excited to meet you in person. We've
Yeah,
got
I
a couple other
know.
vendors, and we've got speakers that are coming out. So I don't know how closely. I'm going to put you on the spot. I don't know how
Okay.
closely you've been paying attention to the flyers and to the special guest speakers that we have, but is there one guest speaker in particular that you're looking forward to hearing?
Ooh, girl, you caught me. I I have been seeing the flyers and I'm like, oh, this person's an author, this person's that, but I haven't really like zeroed in. I've not really stopped moving since probably September, but
Uh-huh.
I'm looking forward to hear anyone, to be honest, because
I love it.
women who have like the same purpose and it's all about empowerment and self-esteem, like that just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I'm gonna listen to all of them. So yeah.
And so if you could ask for one thing for your brand today, whether it's to get more eyes on your website, to get more social media views, more streams, or more income, grants, what would that one thing that you could ask for be?
To be honest, I think it's more clients. Like I moved to
Mhm.
Texas a year ago. So I had
Mhm.
like a few clients back home in California. I moved here a year ago, so I couldn't really keep going with my clients back home. And I'm gonna take a little detour, but I'm gonna get back to the point.
Mhm.
I went to a marketing conference 2 weeks ago. Actually, it was my birthday weekend. And one of the quotes that stuck with me, it's like, it's not about the money, but it's about getting your message out there. Yes, you want to
Mhm.
make a
I like that.
profit, but it's about getting your message out there. So if I can have more clients to get that message out there and help more women, and then they tell their friends, and then so on and so forth, that would make me so happy. Because again, it's like then more women are going to be confident. Then more women like aren't going to be criticizing themselves in the mirror and missing like all the great things that they have to offer and all those things. So I think that's the biggest thing. If I can get more clients, I will be happy as a clam.
Okay, so right now, go ahead and plug in your website. Let's direct them to exactly where they can go to follow up with you.
Definitely. So let's see, is there a chat or should I just
Yeah, we could put in the
uh
chat and then go ahead and just say it right now, and we're
yeah.
gonna go back and
Oh, there you go.
have
So
that ready
I
for them.
am actually in the process of getting my website designed, but I have like I'm active on all my social media.
Mm,
So for my Instagram, it's going to be Soul Image 365, and then for my Facebook, it's just Soul Image 365, spelled out. But I'm on there like every day. So if people want to message me, they can find me and like I will respond within 24 hours.
Okay, good. So let me
Yeah,
ask you this. Give me an example of the type of women or clients that you're looking for.
definitely. So women who may have low self-esteem or anxiety, or like when they
Mm,
look in the mirror they may avoid it, they may not like want to even look at themselves and they're just really criticizing themselves. Same with girls too, and like I think
mm-hmm.
a part of it is like, moms, watch what your daughters are saying. Like moms, watch what your daughters are doing. If they're like I'm pulling my skin right here. If they're like pulling their skin and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like I feel so fat," but they're really not, and like all these things, send them my way, because my coaching is twofold. Like I help women heal from all this stuff because like they've essentially gone through it, but
Mm-hmm.
I work with girls age 6 to 12 because they're in their cognitive development. And if I can teach them these skills and instill these values in them during their cognitive development, then they won't actually have to heal from it. Because like when you're in your cognitive development, your brain is like mush. So you're just taking in all these messages. So if I can
Mm-hmm.
get the right messages to them, then they won't have to go through like the healing stage, which is a little bit harder. So those are kind of like my ideal clients. If you're really not comfortable in your own skin and you're like just don't know what to do, like should I wear this? Should I do this? Should I have my arms down? If you don't feel settled in your soul, no pun intended, come my way.
Yeah, I love how you delivered that. And this is a business podcast. And so there were two reasons why I wanted you to answer that. And you flawlessly answered
Thank
that.
you. Yeah.
Because people need to understand what their ideal client is. And so I
Yeah.
hope for everyone out there listening, again, I mean, we're here, we're talking about all things Women with Purpose Tour. We're talking about Angel, we're talking about her brand, but we're also wanting to send a message and help other entrepreneurs grow their brands. And so, asking you who is your ideal client, I wanted people to hear your ideal client,
Yeah,
but
for
also
sure.
want people who are listening to understand. You have to understand your target audience and your ideal client in order to be able to get that message across that you just explained.
That's so
So I
true.
absolutely love that. And for any young girl or woman out there listening or here watching on Facebook Live, connect with Angel. You hear
Yeah, I'll be your big
what
sister.
she's talking about. Exactly. We all need that. Like,
Hmm.
literally, we have to watch, and even as adults, you're talking about young girls and their cognitive ages, but even as adults, we have to watch what we're looking at, what we're watching on
Yeah,
TV. We have to pay attention to what we're listening to, the music. There's certain songs, like I'm not a mother yet, I'm not a parent
yeah.
yet, but there are still certain songs that when my nieces hang out with me, I'm
Hmm.
like, "No, you can't
Yeah,
listen to that." Your mom may let you listen to it, but when you with Aunt Bree,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
different.
yeah.
So
That's so
everything that
true.
your brand stands for is what we need in the community. And so, are you working with any partners, any sponsors? Are there any sponsors maybe that you want to work with and you want to reach out to them through the podcast?
Ooh. Well, I'm currently volunteering with Fly Girls Academy. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're an amazing nonprofit that helps girls age 7 to 18 develop life skills, dignity, and walk into their royalty and whatnot.
Mhm.
As far as sponsors, just anybody who is all about girl power. Like I don't have anyone specific in my mind, but like anyone who wants to give me grants or just collab or anything like that, please come my way. Again, message me on Instagram or Facebook. I will respond. I should also probably put my email in there too.
Yeah, go ahead and
Um,
put that in there. And also, listening to what you're saying, two of the speakers I know for sure I want you to connect with,
okay.
LD Woods. I want you to
Okay.
connect with her because I hear you say grants and grant writing. She's definitely going to be a speaker that you want to connect with
Okay.
while you're at the event. And then also, I want you to connect with Luscious
Okay.
Barbie. She's a
Oh,
social
thank you.
media influencer. You're going to want to connect with her because she's also a brand marketing manager, so she can
Okay.
help you take your brand and further it and get in front of those eyes. If you look at her TikTok, if you look at her Instagram, you see she thrives. So she's going to be somebody that you want to connect with as well. You want to connect with everyone, like you said,
Yeah.
but specifically, you want to make sure you connect with people that are going to help you directly with what you need for your brand.
Yeah.
Not to say everybody can help you, but you want to
Just
connect
being
with those
intentional,
two for
you
sure.
know?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep,
And
absolutely be intentional.
that's one thing I feel like I've learned because I've toyed with the idea of this business for 10 years, to be
Yeah.
honest. And like I kind of felt like I was going in the wrong direction or just kind of like jumping over here, and essentially not getting as much done as I could. So definitely, I love to be intentional with my connections and just make sure I
Mhm.
water those. Yeah.
And so you just said 10 years. You
Yes.
started, but you recently got the business license,
Yes.
the LLC and things like that. I want to talk about that because
Yeah.
that is
Let's break it
so
down.
important for people to understand. People thinks that this happens overnight and oh
Hmm.
my gosh, people are so big on an instant gratification and they want things right here and right now. But you've spent the last 10 years building your brand and you're
Hmm.
just getting it off the ground. Let's talk about that.
Yes. So started in 2014. I actually had an assignment to create some Instagram social movement thing in class, right? And I came up with Soul Image 365 because like self-esteem and empowerment has always been a part of my DNA and what I want to share with the world. And like I'm like, okay, first it's going to be a movement. I'm just going to encourage people. But then like as I grew and developed, fast forward to 2019, I learned about life coaching and consulting and whatnot.
Mm,
And I was like, oh, I can actually turn this into a career. But I didn't necessarily have the right tools in front of me to do so. Like that's why now like I'm thankful like I have connections with like all the chambers out in Tarrant County and just people to kind of point me in the right direction, because before um people would be like, I love your passion, I love your mission, but like how are you going to make money, how are you going to execute it, like,
mhm.
what are the tangible steps you're going to do? And so now I have like um connections with like I'm going to call them counselors at the Black Chamber of Commerce who are giving me tangible steps like, okay, this is your mission, but how can we tailor it into a mission statement? How can we tailor this into like a
Right.
vision? How can we get you to tangibly apply for these grants and like help you to get them? So that's been so helpful because before I was kind of doing it on my own with social media, although I have a background in comms and whatnot. I wouldn't put as much effort into my own brand. So that's one thing I want to say to anyone listening. You should be putting the same amount of effort or more into what you're doing in your brand opposed to anybody
Absolutely.
else's. Like you can't work 40 hours for someone and then do nothing for your brand. Like what you have to share with the world is important. So you need to start putting that effort in. And that's something I'm so thankful I've been able to do over the past 3 months. Like I'll go to my day job and then I'll come home and work for like 4 hours. Like no kidding, no joke. I was editing actually, if I may, this is
Yeah.
one of the things I'm gonna have at the my vendor table on Friday. It is a gratitude journal. And I got the sample last week. And I was like, oh, the sample. There could be like a couple tweaks here. Like I need to move this over. I started working on this at 7:30 last Monday. And I
I
didn't
love
finish
it.
until 1:30 in the morning. So I'm telling you, like you gotta put in the work. Don't burn out,
Mhm.
which I'm gonna have to learn how to do. But like you should be putting the same amount of effort or more into your own brand, especially if you want to see results. So lessons. But yeah, it's a journey. Again, started 10 years ago, and here we are getting really serious about it, and I'm excited.
I'm so glad you said that cuz sometimes like I feel like I repeat myself and sometimes I just some things I just want to just get it in your head.
Yeah,
Like you have to understand that it's going to take time and the
yeah.
same if I learned that too. And I'm let me say this. I had to learn that myself as well. The same amount of time if not close to it. Like I need to match that energy that I'm giving this
Hmm.
job. If I'm putting in 40 hours here, I can come home and give another 4 to 10, maybe
Yeah,
like however long I need to. And so
yeah,
I thrive overnight. Like when I'm working overnight, like 10 a.m. to like that 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
Angel, I kid you not, I'm getting so much stuff done.
That's so good. I hear you. I hear you. It was actually the Saturday before my birthday. So like my birthday was, I lied. I'm sorry. The Sunday before my birthday, like 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. And like I got woken up, right? Woken up around midnight. And I'm like, okay, if I'm awake by 1 o'clock, I'm going to get up and do some work. Sure enough, I was. And I think it's a little funny. So I just turned 31, right? And I'm super spiritual, Proverbs 31 woman is my go-to woman. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be 31 on 10:16. So these are the verses I'm gonna focus on. And one of the
Mm.
things is she gets up to take care of her household while it's late. Now, though I wasn't tending to like my pets or my husband or anything, I still feel like going after my purpose is still taking care of your household because this is going to be like a form of income.
Absolutely.
This is going to be a form of like purpose and whatnot. So I was like, all right, Jesus, you have me up at 2 o'clock in the morning on my birthday. All right, let's go. So,
I love it. I
yes,
love it. And I'm
blessings.
glad you said that too, because I do want people to understand and women to understand that this is a tour for women and business women
Hmm.
entrepreneurs, but there is a purpose outside of that too. There
Yeah.
women want to be wives, we want to be
Yep.
mothers, a lot of
Hmm.
stay-at-home moms, mom entrepreneurs. There's life outside of entrepreneurship that has a
Hmm.
whole purpose as well. And so I'm glad you said that because we want those women to come out and join and celebrate with us too.
So true.
So
Yeah. Come gather round. Come all.
yes. Come one, come
Yes,
all.
yes, yes. And then there's the 2024 tour dates are up too. So if you can't make this one, check out the one. I believe there's one in March, and then a few other ones all throughout DFW. So you got time, you got options. So
Go ahead,
I will do
Angel.
a plug for you. I will do a plug for you.
I love that. Yes, absolutely. Y'all heard Angel. If y'all
Hmm.
cannot
Hmm.
make it to this tour, y'all better make it out to this one. This is going to be the last one of 2023. And then we're going to return here in Dallas for March 31st in 2024. And after that, I don't know. I'm not for sure if we're going to be
Yeah.
back in Dallas again until the following year or if it's going to be maybe Dallas towards the end of the year next year. I'm gonna leave y'all hanging on that one. I'll let
Ooh,
everybody know.
cliffhanger.
All the cities and the dates will be locked in here shortly. But y'all let me know what city y'all want us to come to. Like she said,
Oh
we've got
yeah.
Dallas, we've got Irving, we've got
Hmm.
some other cities out there. What city do y'all want to see the Women with Purpose tour come to next? I'm gonna hit you really quick with a commercial. Once we get back from that commercial, Angel and I are gonna wrap it up. And then, yeah, we're just going to get ready for the tour. So, here
Woo
we go. The
woo.
most influential women's conference, November 5th, Dallas, Texas, featuring social media influencer Luscious Barbie, award-winning entrepreneur Nikki Joyner, fitness instructor Coach Shay Fleming, all the way from Lafayette, Louisiana, Sonia Antoine, from Houston, Texas, Candace Joseph, educator and youth counselor LB Woods, and founder of Women with Purpose Tours, Sabrena Foods, with special guest speakers from the anticipated book, The Reset Journey from Surviving to Thriving, hosted by Corey Harrison from K All Day, and a special empowerment brunch hosted by Abriana Terrell and Anthony Smith. Get your tickets at womenwithpurposetour.com. Again, welcome to Hidden Images Podcast, powered by the all new Hidden Images Radio Network. And if you're just tuning in, we're talking all things related to Women with Purpose Tour Dallas. I'm here on the live chat with Angel Theodore, the founder and CEO of
Hello.
Soul Image 365 Consulting. I'm sorry, Coaching. She's going to be one of the vendors here on November 5th in Dallas, Texas at the Women with Purpose Tour Dallas. And if y'all are just tuning in, you're going to have to hit the rewind button on this one because Angel has a phenomenal brand that she's bringing and sharing with women and young girls. And so we're going to go ahead and I want you to share a little bit about your brand one more time. We're going to wrap it up. And then, yeah, like I said, we're going to get ready for Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. So, hey everyone. Again, my name is Angel, Soul Image 365 Coaching, and my mission is to help women and girls alike learn how to feel comfortable in their own skin through teaching them media literacy. And media literacy is teaching them what images are real and fake so they can depict how social media works. And then from there, they can learn to walk into their own standard of beauty and their own standard of confidence. So, that's me in a nutshell. I want to help women learn their soul purpose, their soul mission, I'm going to start doing some like soul spa days in 2024. So stay tuned for that. You're going to take care of your outer self, you know, that pampering, but then also take care of your soul.
I like
And I just
that.
want women to be, you know, feeling okay. You know, there's so much pressure on women.
So
I just want them
much.
to be good. I know it's hard being a woman,
Woo.
but we will not. I digress. I digress.
Yeah,
So,
oh man, that could be a whole nother
yes.
podcast. Like it is hard to be a woman, but again, we're gonna save that for another
Yep.
episode. 'Cause, woo.
Yep.
But I really do appreciate you for taking the time out. I know I literally messaged you. Can you hop on the podcast today?
Yeah, I was like, well, thank you, Lord. He worked it out. So,
I love it. I love it. And this is so exciting. Thank you so much for being a part of the Win with Purpose Tour Dallas, one of the vendors. People will be able to connect with you even further. We're gonna lock you in on our website. So you guys head on over to Soul Image 365. I'm sorry, Soul
no worries.
Image 365. It's on there twice. Is that what it's supposed to
One's
be? Because
my
I'm
one
literally
is
reading
my
what you sent me.
Instagram, one is my Facebook. I should have put a Facebook. I'm
Gotcha.
also a
I
dyslexic
see.
writer. That's another story for
And
another
I'm a
day.
dyslexic reader. Did you
Well,
see
there we go.
how
So
I read
the
that?
one with the at symbol in front of it is Instagram because you got to put that in there sometimes. The Soul
I
Image
see. I see
365
it.
is my Facebook, and then the one with Gmail is my Gmail. So
There you go.
yeah,
She just plugged herself in. There you go.
yep, yep. And I'm quite responsive within 24 hours, so your message won't be sitting in there forever. So
I like
yeah,
that. I like that. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us. It's been another episode of Hidden Images Podcast, powered by the all new Hidden Images Radio Network. Thank you again. This is host Sabrina with an E.
yep.
Y'all, I'll be back next Monday and we'll be talking about all things One with Purpose Tour, the recap. Stay tuned for more Hidden Images Podcast.
All right, take care.
Bye.